Thank you, Chairwoman Mizell.
See you back downstairs.
Welcome to the committee this morning, and I believe we have two bills this morning, 439 and 447. It is your choice.
Well, actually, after a quick consult with some stakeholders in 439, if I could ask the committee to allow me to defer that for a week.
Okay.
Needs some kind tweaking.
Okay. So for the public's knowledge, then we'll reschedule Senate Bill 439, and also if anybody's here for Senate Bill 122 by Senator Jay Morris, that will be rescheduled for a later date as well. Okay. So Chairwoman Mizell, we have Senate Bill 447 then this morning.
447, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. This was a late addition to our bills because it arose from a sense of frustration on the current limitations of the ability to adjust or oversee what's happening with the services from our coroner's offices. The basis of the bill is around the fact that our own Louisiana Department of Health requires what is called a regional sexual assault plan for each region in the state that basically lays out what that region is doing to provide the services necessary to handle sexual assault victims and the care that results from that. So the bill took the approach of once a coroner's office or whoever provides the services for those regions of the state turns that report in November, it's signed off by the Department of Health, there is a commitment that those services will be provided as has been put into the record with LDH, and anything less than that is basically not following the duties that they've accepted within their office, and allows the actions to be, if that coroner is unable, unwilling, unqualified, or has a conflict of interest in performing the duties that he's committed to do, then the Attorney General could decide whether there's a conflict of interest and allow for a coroner from another parish or jurisdiction to provide those services. Such as in my area, I mean, this is a statewide approach to cover a concern that we've heard from a lot of people since some things have arisen locally. But many of our rural parishes are dependent on the commitment of services from like a larger umbrella. So this makes sure that once that commitment's made, there's follow through in that.
Okay. I don't believe we have any amendments on this bill. Members, are there any questions on Senate Bill 447? We have any cards on Senate Bill 447, Shannon? Okay, no cards. And the board is clear. You're welcome to close on your bill.
I think that you all have it, and I just appreciate favorable reporting.
Okay. Pleasure of the committee. All right, Senator Kusan moves that we report Senate Bill 447 favorably. Is there any objection to that motion? Seeing no objection, Senate Bill 447 will be reported favorably.
Thank you, and I'll hopefully see you next week. Appreciate it.
Sounds
committee.
good. Thank you very much. Senator McMath has Senate Bill 452.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, Senate Bill 452 is a local bill dealing with the St. Tammany Parish Coroner. There is, well, I'll get into the bill, and then I think there's an amendment that I can talk about. But if you would like, Mr. Chairman, to talk to me about the bill, talk about the bill first, or
Your call.
okay. It does a couple things. Got it. This bill does a couple things. It revises and adds to the qualifications of the St. Tammany Parish Coroner. It adds some pre-qualifying requirements, Prior to qualifying for an election, the coroner shall certify under oath that he satisfies the criteria set forth above, and that is that he has not been convicted in any jurisdiction of aggravated offense or criminal offense of victims who is a minor. There's some sex offense crimes convictions as well in there. It adds some reporting requirements by the coroner to the St. Tammany Parish Council. It requires the coroner to maintain records of his time and account for his work product and expenditures and submit that data to the parish council in St. Tammany in a manner and frequency described by the council. If we can, Mr. Chairman, if we can take up Amendment Set 1766.
Okay, members, you should have Amendment Set 1766 before you. Senator McMath, you want to explain the amendments?
Yeah, the amendments remove subsection B, which is on page 2, lines 23 through 26. That would have authorized the parish council to take disciplinary action or fine the coroner. There were some concerns about the legality of that provision. So in order to put the bill in its best legal posture, we're removing that section.
Okay. Members, are there any questions on Amendment Set 1766? Senator McMath offers up the adoption of Amendment 1766. Is there any objection? Hearing no objection, Amendment Set 1766 is adopted.
However, then the follow-up section in Section C, which I believe after the amendments have been adopted will become Section B, the council, St. Tammany Parish Council, still has the ability to take certain actions allowed by law if the coroner is found to have committed malfeasance in office. The second part of this bill deals with the ad valorem taxes and the compensation of the coroner employees and who has control over that. This is basically a repeal of a prior legislation that gave the control to the coroner's office and removing the St. Tammany Parish Council and their governing authority over this. We're replacing that. We're putting St. Tammany Parish.
They become the fiduciary agent.
Yes.
For the coroner's office.
Yes, and the coroner's office is required to transfer all the funds received from an ad valorem tax that is set for the remainder of the calendar year. It creates a special account that will allow the transfer of certain funds. And then currently the coroner's salary is set by the St. Tammany Parish Council, and the coroner had the authorization to set salaries for his staff. The proposed law requires funding for the salaries associated with the operation of the coroner's office to be paid from a special account. Essentially, we are taking a significant amount of control from the St. Tammany Parish Coroner's Office and placing it back into the St. Tammany Parish government with some again qualifications required for that position, as well as control and potential disciplinary action granted to the St. Tammany Parish Council if they see fit.
Well, I know you do have two cards in support not wishing to speak, one from Jimmy Strickland, St. Tammany, with St. Tammany Council, and as well as the St. Tammany Parish president. So looks like they support that transfer.
Yes, and I believe the Parish Council has passed a resolution requesting this piece of legislation, as well as St. Tammany Parish President Mike Cooper has issued a letter of support as well.
Okay. Senator Kusan for a question.
Thank you. Did you say this was a local bill?
This is a local bill.
Thank you,
Only
Senator.
affects St. Tammany
Thank you,
Parish.
Senator. I'd like to move report as amended.
All right. Senator Kusan moves that we report Senate Bill 452 is amended. Is there any objection to that motion? Seeing no objection, that motion is adopted. Senate Bill 452 will be reported as amended.
Thank you, members.
Thank you, sir.